Hi again guys, I'm here with a tag video. I can't remember whose channel I saw this on, so I apologize. I'm doing the military wife tag, and if you see me looking down, it's because the question's on my phone. Question number 1. How did you and your spouse meet? Met in high school. I was a sophomore in high school and he was a senior, and we met through mutual friends. And we were just friends, and it grew into something more, I guess. Number 2, how old were you when you two met? I had just turned 16, and he had just turned 18. How long have you been together? We have been together since December 26th of 2003. Where are you and your spouse originally from? That's so hard. I'm a military brat. My dad was in the Air Force, so when people ask me where I'm from, I have to ask them, well, where I grew up, or where I lived the longest, or where I was born. Originally, I was born in Erie, Pennsylvania, and my husband was born here in England. He was born in Banbury. Question number 5. How did you feel about your spouse joining the military? I was ecstatic. I told him from the very beginning of our relationship that I'm pro-military. Like I said, my dad was active duty when we met. My stepmom was in the Air Force. My stepdad was in the Army. I'm very pro-military, so I was ecstatic when he said he was going to join. Number 6, where did your spouse go to basic training? He went to Texas. He was in basic training in Texas. I can't remember exactly where in Texas. Sorry, Dallas maybe? I don't know. San Antonio? Has your spouse ever been deployed? Technically, yes. He has never been deployed to Afghanistan or Iraq, no, but he has been gone the deployed amount of time. He was deployed once for 4 months, again deployed, and then recently he just went on 2 back-to-back 6-month deployments. Again, it was not to Afghanistan or Iraq, but because of where it was, and because of how long he was gone, it was considered a deployment. Number 8, ever been to his promotion ceremony? I have. Me and my son got to tack him on at his staff sergeant promotion ceremony. I was so excited because I didn't really get to see any of my dad's, so to see my husband being promoted, you know, I was very proud. How long have you been a military wife? How long have you been a military wife? I've been a military wife since 2006. Chris and I got married September 2nd, 2006, and I've been a wife ever since then. Did you marry him before or after he joined? If I would have had my way, we would have been married before he joined, but because he's kind of silly, we got married directly after. He did a recruiter's assistance program, which allowed him to come back to Connecticut, which is where we lived at the time, which allowed him to come back to Connecticut and basically help out his recruiter with anything that he needed. But his recruiter was really nice, and he let him have, you know, a couple days off so that we could get married. But the plan was to get married all along. Like I said, we were together throughout high school and throughout his basic training, so we were going to get married whether or not he had joined, or whether or not we had gotten married before he joined or after he joined. We were getting married. Number 11, how did your husband propose? He told me, he said, you know I want to marry you, right? And I said, well, I hope so. And then he said, he didn't really propose. It's such a lame story, but we kind of just got married. He just told me that he wanted to marry me, and I told him that I wanted to marry him, and that just kind of happened. Such a lame story. It's nothing romantic, like he got on one knee in a restaurant filled with people. No, he just told me he wanted to marry me. Where did you get married? We got married in my hometown of Killingly, Connecticut. We did a really small ceremony. I had just wanted to go to a Justice of the Peace and have it be done. but my family and my husband talked me into having something a little bit more special, so we had a nice ceremony in Connecticut. How old were you when you two got married? I was 19. I had just turned 19, and he had just turned 20 or 21. Yeah, we were babies. Did he wear his uniform on the wedding day? Yes, he did, but only because we didn't have any money to rent a nice tuxedo. My dress cost $50, so, but it was beautiful. It was lovely. It was really nice. My dad wore his uniform, my stepdad wore his uniform, and my husband wore his uniform, and it was really nice. Where are you and your spouse currently stationed? We are currently stationed at RAF Mildenhall in England. Do you live on base? No, we do not live on base. How long were you married when you had to go through your first separation? I think we had been married, I honestly can't remember. I was pregnant with my son, and he was gone for about 6 months. No, 4 months, and he went to Diego Garcia. So we had probably been married 3 years? 2.5 or 3 years. What is your favorite base so far? Definitely this one. It's our first duty station, so I haven't really been anywhere else as a spouse. But so far it's definitely been RAF Mildenhall. But you can kind of include RAF Lakenheath and RAF Falwell in that because they're so close together that we get to use all 3 bases. Do you think your spouse looks good in his uniform? Absolutely. I love him in his uniform. I love him in his ACUs, and I love him in his dress blues. I think he looks very nice in his uniform. Do you think military life is more advanced than civilian life? I'm not really sure what that question means. If it means like more advanced as in like care-wise, or yes and no. I think that they take care of us the best that they can, but because I don't really know how to answer this question. This is probably gonna make me sound really stupid, but I don't know. Is that a good answer? Sorry. Do you like the benefits you receive as a military dependent? Yes, I do. I thank God every single day for the fact that my son is taken care of, and if anything happens to me or my husband, that my son will be taken care of. I'm thankful that, you know, we have medical, and that there will never be a time that I can't pay my mortgage. There will never be a time that I have to worry about, you know, if my son will have dinner or not. You know, I definitely like the benefits that I receive. I'm thankful for the benefits that we receive as a military dependent. Number 22, do you have a lot of military wife friends? Not really, no. The friends that I do have just happen to be military wives. My husband's, this is going to get confusing for you guys, so I apologize. My husband's sister also lives here. She married someone in my husband's shop, so now she is a military wife, but I knew her in high school anyways. We were already friends. So is she my friend? Yes. Is she a military wife? Yes, too. I also have, you know, 2 very, very, very amazing people in my life that also just happen to be military wives, and I was able to meet them through this wonderful life that we lead. But I don't have many. I don't have a lot. That was the question. Do you have a lot of military wife friends? No, I don't have a lot. I do have a few amazing military wife friends. Hi Alicia, hi Emily, hi Kira, hi Ashley, hi Jen. I probably missed a few, but they know who they are. They definitely know who they are and how special and how much they mean to me. Number 23, what is the hardest part of the military life? Probably the saying goodbye. Whether that's saying goodbye to your husband when he goes, you know, TDY or on a deployment, whether that's saying goodbye to, you know, wonderful people that you meet when they PCS or you PCS, or whether that's saying goodbye to your family when you have to move again. The hardest part has definitely been having to say goodbye. Number 24, do you own military wife stuff? No, I don't. I have a keychain that has the Air Force colors and the Support Our Troops ribbon kind of integrated into it, but I don't have anything that says Proud Air Force Wife, I'm proud of my airmen, or anything like that, only because we're not supposed to draw attention to ourselves off base, so I just kind of don't buy it. When we get stateside and when we are able, I'm going to get a military wife sticker and put it on the back of my car because I am so proud of my airmen. Number 25, and this is the last question. Number 25, do you support your spouse as a member of the military? I do. I tell my husband every single day how proud of him that I am. He is completely amazing in my eyes. I don't know anybody in the world that would be able to do what military men and women do. All of them, not just my husband, but, you know, any branch of the military, they are truly my heroes. They are truly my heroes. I try to be as supportive as I possibly can, and sometimes, you know, it's hard, you know, when, especially this last deployment that he had gone on, he had just come back from a deployment 2 months ago, or 2 months prior, and I was, you know, upset and kind of angry, but I have to remember that this is what we signed up for. This is what he signed up for. My husband always tells me that if the military wanted him to have a family, they would have assigned him one in basic, so we kind of have to just grin and bear it. But yeah, I completely am supportive of my husband, and I love him to death. I tag all of you wonderful military spouses out there. Doesn't matter if you're Air Force, doesn't matter if you're Navy, doesn't matter if you're Coast Guard or Reserve or Army, Marines, doesn't matter. I tag any and all of you. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.